It is another Monday morning, and I am anticipating a really rough day. I spent the weekend pretty much on Theraflu because I've just been sick. Like Friday when I got off work, I just felt like I had an itchy throat. And then Saturday I got up and I was okay in the morning time, but like once the afternoon came, I was just like done. And excuse me. And my husband and I were invited over to a friend's house, and he and MJ ended up going because I was just not feeling it. And I knew that if I went, I was going to be just completely out of it on Sunday, and I knew Sunday was a busy day. So I'm thankful. I rested Saturday. I went to sleep at 1 on Saturday, and I woke up about 6. No. I woke up at about 4, and then my husband and my son left at about 6, and I got in the bed, and then I was asleep until they got back home around 10. So I pretty much slept all of Saturday afternoon through the evening. Then Sunday I got up and I cleaned up around the house a little bit. I felt not really good, but way better than I did on Saturday. So I did some cleaning around the house. Then we went to service on Sunday. We visited another congregation on Sunday, and then we went out to eat. And then MJ's gonna be in this little talent show, so then we had to go and practice that, and that was our evening. Oh no, actually we went over a friend's house after that to watch the game. And so then we got home about around 11 last night, and I took Theraflu, and I don't like the groggy feeling that I get from Theraflu, so I didn't want to take any this morning. I probably should have. And this is one of those mornings that's kind of okay, I should just take advantage of my sick days. But it's a Monday, and I'm such an overthinker that if I was to stay home today, be thinking all day oh my goodness, Tuesday I'm gonna go to work and it's gonna be a hot mess because I don't have sub plans ready. And of course I have my emergency sub plans, but I would have to put in for a sub and hope that someone comes. If not, then my students will be split up, and then they would just pretty much miss instruction for the day. I just have all these thoughts in my head to where I'm caring about everybody else and not myself, and that's really not what I should be doing, but it's easier said than done for me. So I am going to work today, and y'all will be able to see at the end of the day if I made a good choice in coming to work or not, which is probably not going to be a good choice. And then tonight I do have Bible study, and then the way that my mental works is that if I went to work today and I gave my time to my job, then I definitely have to give my time to God this evening, and I have to go to Bible study. So it's gonna be a long day. I posted a picture yesterday on Instagram saying that I was sick, but I had my makeup done and all that, and my hair, did not wrap it last night, didn't fluff it this morning. So what y'all are seeing in the camera is some realness. I'm natural. I am natural today. I'm eating for breakfast this morning extremely healthy Cinnabon, actually a pecan bun that I got when I went to the mall yesterday. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that. I went to the mall yesterday. Every time I go to the mall, I have to get a Cinnabon. I have to get a pecan bun. It's just I think it's mental at this point. I crave one. I used to get Cinnabon whenever I went to the mall as a teenager, a preteen, from junior high all the way through high school. I live really close to a mall, and every time I went, I would have to stop at Cinnabon. So now as an adult, I don't go to the mall that often, but every single time I go, mentally, I feel like I can't leave the mall without getting a caramel pecan bun. And so I'm eating half of it. I left the other half for MJ. He's probably not going to eat it this morning, but when I get off work, I'll let him know that I got it for him. I don't even know what I'm teaching today. Like, it's 7 o'clock, and when I get to work, I have to, like, prepare mentally for this week because I'm really not prepared mentally at all. And okay, of course the light's changing. Yeah, because I'm behind this big old truck, but clearly can't go through the light. That's okay. Let me do my honey bottom. So I really hope that today gets better. My student teacher, her last day with me was Friday, so it's gonna be nice to have my room back to myself. But at the same time, you know, I'm going to miss her and the extra set of hands in the classroom, of course. It's gonna be nice to be able to just get back to like myself and me doing things. That's so rude to chew and talk. I feel like I'm going to be able to get some work done today, maybe, hopefully. I do have coffee this morning because I'm very tired, even though I should probably have tea instead, but I probably need the coffee. I have so many videos that are just sitting in my camera, sitting in my phone, sitting on my computer that I just have not edited, and I keep filming for y'all. Y'all just don't see them. So I need to get better at actually posting things, so I'm working on that. Trust me. There was a spider in my room and I don't know where it went, and now I'm going crazy because I got some Lysol to try to spray it and then it went away, and so I'm scared because it's going to be here all day. I know where it's at. Good morning. I did not get back with y'all last night after work because my day just got extremely busy, and I actually lost track of time at work, and I had to like rush home, get MJ ready for Bible study, get myself ready, and then I was out the door in like 20 minutes. So it was a very long day, and the spider that was in my room never came back. So I feel like we had some kind of agreement or something, because like I think that he or she knew if he came back it was gonna be the end. So he decided not to show his little self again, so hopefully he will not come back and we can be good. I did not regret going to work yesterday. I know I told y'all I was kind of regretting it yesterday morning. I will let y'all know if I regretted it, but yesterday was not a horrible day. It actually turned out pretty good. We did a lot of catching up because the other teacher who teaches 5th grade math, like, we looked at our curriculum guide together in the morning, and she pointed out that we thought we were behind. We were actually ahead, which is a really good problem to have. It's bad to be the other way around. So, you know, I feel like we're always playing catch up in class, but we were actually ahead. So I took yesterday to just kind of take some notes on some things that students were still having a little trouble with. So I just went back and pretty much retaught some things, and we took notes in their math notebooks, and I let them finish up some work that they hadn't finished yet. And then some students were on the computers, and so it was a really, really productive day. If I wouldn't have gone yesterday and like left it in the hands of a sub or something like that, it wouldn't have went that way, and then we would have been behind. I feel good about the place that my students are at right now, like as a whole, and so the rest of the week should go pretty smooth. One thing I should not do to myself is go to sleep without covering my hair, and I seem to do that, and every time I do it I regret it, even though at night I don't feel like retwisting and all of that. Whenever I do not retwist, for the most part my hair feels like cotton when, like, the next day. Like, I was touching the back of my hair yesterday, and I was pulling out all of these single strand knots, and my hair literally felt like cotton. like not cotton balls, not soft like that, like literal cotton that when you pick it your fingers bleed, that kind of dry cotton. So I need to stop being lazy some nights and just take the 10 minutes it takes to retwist. So that's what I did last night. I had to re-moisturize and seal and all of that, and I put my hair in flat twists, and can't really see it, but it does not look bad today. It looks pretty good. So I'm trying to figure out what I should do with my hair next. Like, I was kind of getting in the braid mood. Like, normally I do braids, individual braids in my hair in September, and I did not do that this year because I had my hair in mini twists. And so then I wanted to enjoy my hair a little bit. I'm trying to get like a vlogging camera. I've been searching online for different types of cameras, and if y'all have any suggestions, let me know down below. I'm tired of using my iPhone. I have an iPhone 5S, and I don't like how foggy the quality looks when I upload my videos. So I'm wanting to get a vlogging camera, but I really don't know which one. I just know I want better quality videos even when I'm vlogging. So I think I am going to go ahead and invest in a vlogging camera before the year is out. I'm heading to work, not necessarily early. I'm actually later than I normally like to get here, especially because I have tutoring. What I'm doing this morning is I'm going to reteach some information to them, give them an opportunity to learn it again, because clearly they didn't grasp it the first time, and then they'll have an opportunity today at recess to retake the assignment. So I'm going to spend about 35 minutes with them this morning doing a mini lesson, and then they'll spend about 30 minutes at recess today completing another assignment. Today is a pretty tough topic for students. What I'm actually teaching in my class is multi-step. Oof, bright light. Goodness gracious, I can't see. Students will have to read word problems, and they will have to pick out the key information. And what happens a lot of time is that the story problems will give additional information, and maybe students will know they need to do something with the information, but they really have to use their strategies to figure out what actually they need in the story and how they are to apply it. So are they multiplying, dividing, adding, subtracting? And it's more than one step. It's multiple steps. So it could be just a 2-step problem. It could be a 3-step problem. So it's just multiple steps, and that's really, really tricky because reading the stories and actually figuring out what actually happens in the story goes hand in hand with reading comprehension. And so many of the students that I teach do not comprehend what they read, and so the information is at a 5th grade level, and some of my students are reading at a 2nd, 3rd grade level, some a 4th grade level, and then their math level, some of them are 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and then 5th grade level. So it's like, you know, 2 struggles. So it's a pretty tough concept, but I'm just going to slow it down today, and we'll get through it. Hope y'all have a terrific Tuesday. Just about 4:30. It's almost 4:30, like 4:25. And I just left work. I have all this stuff that I'm bringing home because grades are due in 2 days. And so I'm letting students do makeup work and all that stuff. And I still have a couple of grades that I need to put in. But I'm just I'm disappointed. Every group of students is a different challenge, and this year I feel like a large amount of my students are below grade level as far as academics, and I feel like many of them are very social. I've had students who are way horrible behavior issues, so disrespectful. These students this year, there's a handful still who are very disrespectful, but for the most part, I I feel like they want to do better, but they have a struggle because they're so focused on being cool. And I have to let them know you can be cool and still be intelligent, because when you are cool and intelligent, those cool, intelligent people are the ones who are going to make the most money in the future, who are going to have the best jobs, who are going to be the most successful. And like today, I like spent a good 20 uncomfortable minutes having a discussion about priorities with my last class. Like my day was going pretty good, and then my last class, my homeroom, like we've had to make some changes because social issues just outweigh academics. And I'm like, I cannot even teach. We cannot learn. Like, I'm not teaching y'all like this. So by the end of the day, they were all like apologizing and saying how things improved and all of that. But I'm just really frustrated. Like, I did tell them, I'm like, y'all, I'm like even considering no longer being a teacher, not doing the job that I really love because of you. Because I feel like I'm wasting my time. And I feel like the couple of people who actually care are being overshadowed by the majority of who doesn't care. And I let them know, like, my son and my husband, like, they appreciate me in the time that I don't give them. Like, they would love to have all the time that I spend making sure that things are good for y'all and making sure that y'all have the best education that I can give you. So, you know, by the end, they were apologizing and saying, you know, we started off rough, but we fixed it. And even the ones who were at each other's throats, you know, they were just being nice and cordial to each other. And it's sad that it just takes, you know, one of those, it's just sad that being a teacher, I'm just not able to teach academics. Like, I have to teach life lessons. I have to stop or venture off what I'm supposed to teach in math because, like, we can't get along. Like, it's just really frustrating and draining and sad. It's just sad. I really wish that parents could see what happens at school, like really see what their children are doing and how they're acting. And like, sometimes I tell them, I'm like, I'm embarrassed for your parents, because what it looks like to, you know, a sane person is that your parents don't know how to raise you. Like, really, like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, it really looks like your parents don't know how to raise you. That is what you're showing to everybody. And it's like, it's not speaking negatively against their parents per se, but at the same time, your child is acting a hot mess away from you. It looks like to everyone else that you don't know how to raise them. I'm loving that I'm leaving work when the sun is still out. It's 4:30, and I did take some work home that I'm going to have to do, but you know, I'll just do it at home in my own time, and that'll be that. But I just had to get out of that place. And then our lights went off for some reason, so they went off for about 30 minutes. They did come back on before I left, but by that time I had already told myself that I was going to go home. MJ and my husband, they will probably have been at home for about 15-20 minutes by the time I get there. They'll be excited to see me, and I'll be excited to see them. The lessons went really well, what I had planned today. In all the classes. Actually, my homeroom, by the time we got everything figured out, like, they ended up, I let the other students play one game. They ended up playing 2 games. Of course, they were math games, and they seemed to like it, but it's gonna, well, 3 games, but the games are going to help them just with multiplication and division. So they're math games, but they normally they enjoy playing games while learning instead of just, you know, pencil and paper. So tomorrow we're going to do something similar to that with games and technology. Hey guys, so it is the next morning, and let me know how y'all are liking these longer vlogs. I've been watching, I think her name is Smarty Style, and she does like hour-long vlogs, and then I watched some other teachers, and it seems like they do more of like a daily vlog, but just put the whole week together and then post it at once. And so I'm trying that out with this vlog. So let me know if y'all like these longer vlogs, or if you would prefer just like one day and you know, me post it or whatever. Because I have been enjoying talking to y'all like in the mornings, and then after work is over, I've been enjoying that. So let me know if y'all enjoy that as well. Today is tutoring in the morning, and then I have a parent who wasn't able to make conferences last week, so she's coming in today. And it's also picture day. These are like the pictures that go into the yearbook, I believe. And so like the individual pictures, not the whole class pictures. And then I have a meeting after work today. So what that means is that it's gonna be my Stripes coffee / taco run. I have to have my taco this morning, and I have to have my coffee. So I think it's gonna be a good day. When I left y'all yesterday, I told y'all that it was kind of a rough day, like a very rough day. And I left work at 4:30. I went home and I planned on getting some work done, because grades are due like I think tomorrow morning or Friday morning or something. And I am not done with grades. It is not looking too good. And I have a meeting with my AP tomorrow to just discuss my goals for the year and stuff like that. So I also have a meeting, I have a training tomorrow after work too. It's just like craziness, and I really feel like I haven't been able to catch up yet. A little, like I've caught up a little bit as far as like from the beginning of the year, but I haven't really caught up. I'm not really able to just breathe easy, and I feel like I'm not going to be able to do that until after like the new year, because I mean, I have the November break for a few days, so maybe I'll be able to catch up with that. And the holiday break is a little bit longer. So I'm hoping that I get things done before the Thanksgiving break, so that I can just rest for those few days. Hey y'all, so it's the evening time now, and I'm almost home. Like I told y'all, I had a training this evening, or after school, and so it is 6:30 right now, and I'm just now headed home. The training ended at about 5:45, 6, so I had to do some things in my classroom to just prepare a little bit for tomorrow, and so now I'm almost home. Today went okay. There were some tough moments, but it ended out really well. Like my students did small groups for only like the second time that we were really in like rotations for this year. I guess pull small groups for like the last 15-20 minutes of the day and have 5 different rotations like I used to have, and the students would, you know, do those rotations for 15 minutes at the end. And so it would be like a week of small groups instead of like a daily small group thing. And I really could do that, I guess, but today I wanted to try to do rotations throughout the day, and it really actually worked. Only one class I didn't get like the full rotation, just because that class needs a little bit more of my attention, and so I wasn't able to have every student to go through their rotations. But tomorrow I think I'm just going to spend about 10 minutes with the students who I didn't get to meet with individually. And so that will be that, but I think it was productive. With the rotation that the students who were meeting with me for their rotation, I kind of started them on an assignment that we're going to be doing tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to have an independent assignment. So what I did was just start the students off. So I worked the first problem with the students, just talked about it, make sure I was connecting with the students, and just talked about that first problem so that they could be on the right page, because like I said, we're doing multi-step, which is pretty difficult for most students. And so I just helped them with the first one, and I helped them to see like what they should do on the rest of the assignment. So I'm hoping that tomorrow goes pretty well with that independent. Of course, I'm gonna have to help some students, but I'm hoping that with the help that I gave them today, and I was able to meet with everyone today, that tomorrow will go a little smoother. So I did like that aspect of it. I had 4 different rotations going, and I think it went pretty well. So I'm actually pulling up into my driveway right now, and so I will talk to y'all in the morning. Good morning. It is Friday, and I don't think I talked to y'all yesterday. Yesterday started off crazy, ended crazy, and that's all I have to say about that. Not really all I have to say about that. So I did tutoring 3 days this week. I think I told y'all that. And I'm never doing that again. 3 days in a row is a lot. Going to work, staying after school, going the next morning early, staying after school, then going the next morning early, staying after school. That is too much for one person to do. So I was trying to, reteach students and help them, because they needed to be retaught. And I really don't have time to do that, because in 5th grade math, the further you get behind, the further I'm going to have to work that much harder to help the student to understand the next concept, because the student doesn't understand the concept that we're learning now, or the previous concept. So it's really, really tough when students get behind. But I feel like I'm done doing that. Like, I keep stressing to my students, you have to study. Math is something that you have to study. Only way that you're going to be successful, unless you just really understand, some students just really understand numbers and things and strategies and different methods and all of that. It just comes naturally. It didn't come naturally for me, and so I know it doesn't come naturally for many of the students that I teach. So the problem is that, there's so many more interesting things to do after school and on the weekends than math, 5th grade math especially. So last week's homework, I tried to make it really fun. It was coloring, and I just really wanted all the students to actually do it, because that is something that I'm struggling with, is to have them think of math when they get home. And I'm sorry that it's dark right now, but I hope y'all are still listening. I shouldn't be driving with my light on, my map light, but isn't a map light okay for you to drive with it on? Like, because if you need to look at a map, you have to have it on, right? I don't know.